Glam Girls, welcome back to my channel. It's Chelsea, and today I am finally wrapping up my best of beauty for 2020. So today we're going to be talking about basically the rest of the categories that I did not cover previously. So I have already done my best of beauty for foundations, for eyeshadows. I think that was it. So today we're going to do primers, powders, blushes, highlighters, bronzers, all the stuff. All the things, and that's it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, but before we get into this video, we do have to say thank you. I have to say thank you so much for taking time out of your day to spend some time with me. If this is your first time here, thank you for clicking on my video, and I hope that you would consider subscribing to my channel and joining the Glam Girl squad. And if you are a returning subscriber, well, thank you so much for deciding to come back and support my channel with all of your likes and your comments. They truly do mean a lot to me. So let's get into this video. Outfit of the day is a romper that is not anything new to my channel. This is a romper from Target. Comes to about my mid-calf. Love the functional pockets. Love that it's just really nice and comfortable. It is quite roomy too. So this is a size medium. I'm currently 30 weeks pregnant today. Guys, I have 9 more weeks or less and I will have a new baby girl. But this is definitely roomy because obviously, this is not your typical medium-sized type of romper, but really enjoy it. I have washed this romper multiple times, still holding up pretty good, and I think it's like $18. And then this is just a regular white shirt from Target. And then my necklace, it is a love necklace from the Style collection. I love this necklace. So cute. I want to get it in gold. It comes in silver and it comes in gold. Let's get into this video because I'm trying to keep this video under 30 minutes. Let's see if I accomplish that. If you're interested on the look I created for my eyes, I used the Tom Ford African Violet Quad, and I actually did post a Reels on my Instagram page, which I will link down below if you want to see that. And the glow on my cheeks, first off, it's from the Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Flawless Filter, and then on top of that, I added the Tom Ford Highlighter Duo in Reflex Gilt. That's also in the Reels video. So you can take a look there if you'd like to see how I use those products. On to Best of Beauty. Starting with primers, Range Beauty True Intentions Bronzing Primer. I could not get enough of this primer in the beginning of 2020. It's just a really good hydrating primer. Range Beauty is a indie brand. It's owned by a beautiful Black woman, and she created her products to make sure that they are great for people who have skin issues, sensitive skin, and things like that. So it's called a bronzing primer. It doesn't bronze up your face, but it acts almost like a moisturizer. So I will typically go in with this bronzing primer when I know I want to kind of hydrate my face a little bit more, but not make it too dewy. Another primer that I fell head over heels for is this Tatcha, the Liquid Silk Canvas Primer. Love how this primer conceals my pores, and it does like a light mattification of my T-zone, but doesn't over mattify it, and also helps to create a nice solid base so that when I apply my foundation, it looks nice and smooth. Then this is not a primer, but I would use this prior to applying my foundation. This is the Range Beauty Bali Full Body Glow Oil, and I loved using and still love using this product for foundations that are more matte, that I kind of want to zhuzh up and make them a little more fluid and make them move a little bit easier on the skin. I'll add like 1 or 2 drops of this glow oil, and it does the trick. What I like too about it is that it's a glow oil, but it's not too glowy, so it doesn't make your skin look like you've got like just a gold shimmer underneath your foundation. It's just a beautiful lightweight oil that absorbs into the skin quite nicely if you want to apply it onto your face prior to putting it on your foundation, or a couple of drops mixes really well into a foundation, and it doesn't make your foundation look too oily. Then we go on to the Lila Bee Aglow Priming Oil. Now this is the type of priming oil that I'll use when I want my base to be super dewy, because I'm either going in with a matte foundation or I just want to look like I'm sitting right next to the glowing goddess. This is the primer that I really love using. A lot of times too, I will use this primer if I've done my skincare, and then like hours later I'm sitting down to do a video, and I really kind of want to just zhuzh up my face and like make it look nice and fresh, like I just finished doing my skincare. This is a really beautiful moisturizing priming oil to use. Y'all know I love Lila B. That's no secret around here. This is gorgeous. And then lastly, the Surratt the Perfectioniste Primer. This is the primer that I have been using, I would say toward the end of 2020, that I just truly enjoy. It definitely like blurs my pores, just makes my skin look nice and smooth in my T-zone and ready for foundation. Yes, I have 2 deluxe sizes because I've had them for like 3 or 4 months, and so once I run out of these, I will purchase the full size of this primer. Started the year off with Mother Pat McGrath. Oh, these concealers are so good. When I want to be like glam, no creasing concealer, and I need the concealer to last for 16 plus hours, Pat McGrath does it every time. So I have 2 shades. M16 is the shade that I use for my T-zone, and then M19 is the shade that I use when I actually want to wear the concealer as a base, because I did a video comparing the concealer as a foundation compared to the Pat McGrath foundation, and the concealer actually wore better, longer, and more flawless on the skin. So this is my go-to flawless concealer option, and I truly love this. Then I fell in love with the Kosas the Revealer Concealer. So Kosas actually sent me this concealer, and I wear the shade 7, and I could not stop using it for months when I got it. This is the concealer that will literally like lift and brighten the under eye, but it's also pretty full coverage as well, but it's not overly dry and really makes that under eye look nice and lifted while adding full coverage. It's a beautiful product, blends very easily, and I like that it's just lightweight but does the job. Lifts, highlights, full coverage. Like, what more could you ask for? Then I fell in love with the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer. So I wear the shade 7.5, and this is the concealer that I choose when I want a more lighter coverage concealer. So let's say I'm going for like a lighter makeup day. I don't want something too heavy under the eyes, or like too full coverage, I should say, not heavy, but too full coverage under the eyes. This is the concealer that I will reach for. So I want, like, I'll wear this concealer when I'm wearing like medium to lighter coverage foundations. Love the color of this foundation as well. I feel like it helps to just brighten the under eye as well, but still gives me a little bit of coverage. Like, I would say this gives me like light to medium type of coverage depending on how much I apply, but blends really well. You know, it kind of mimics the Luminous Silk foundation. It's not going to be too dewy, not going to be too matte, but it's just going to leave a beautiful under eye. Love this concealer for that. And then toward the end of the year, I have been reaching for the YSL Touche Éclat Radiant Concealer, shade 5, and this concealer has been bae. This is the concealer kind of like the Armani Luminous Silk Concealer that I reach for when I'm wearing light to medium coverage types of foundations, but this one is definitely the one that I'm going to reach for if my foundation is very light coverage. This also I love because this really does brighten and lift the under eye, and then provides me with, like I said, light to about light medium coverage. The way that it just makes my under eye look so lifted and like awake, it's just beautiful. It doesn't really settle into my fine lines, so it kind of almost blurs the fine lines because it doesn't settle into them like, you know, maybe fuller coverage concealers would. So it just makes that whole area look nice and smooth and lifted. Oh, so stunning. Powders, we're not going to stay here long because it's only been 2 powders this year that I have just been head over heels for. Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder. This is in the shade medium. I started this year off with hardly any product, purchased this one, and we're already working our way halfway through. I just can't rave enough about how it sets my under eye, makes it flawless, does not make it look dry, and it works every time. And then what I love to do after that is follow up with the Pat McGrath Under Eye Blurring Powder, also in the shade medium, just to make this under eye look nice and flawless. And I'll also apply it around my nose and my forehead and my chin. And I just feel like these two together give me such a flawless T-zone. Like, they do it every time. On to bronzers. There's only been 2 bronzers, Charlotte Tilbury and Gucci. So my favorite of the 2 will be Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Powder in the shade Tan. I also have the shade Medium, but Tan, I love how it just bronzes up my skin better. Like, it's just beautiful. I have used this nonstop. Doesn't even look like, I put like a little dent in it, but there's so much pan. I don't know if I'll ever pan this, but it's just, the formulation of the bronzer is identical to the formulation of the powder, which is why I know why I like it so much. And then the color is spot on. It's warm, but it's not too red. It's not too orange. It's like a warm, neutral bronze color. Can't beat it. And then with the Gucci bronzer, this bronzer I have in the shade 04. I love it so much. I love a matte bronzer, and so that's what puts the Charlotte Tilbury over this one, because this one is a shimmery bronzer. Not too shimmery, but it is more of a shimmery bronzer. But love the way that this looks on my skin. This does pull more red on my skin than the Charlotte Tilbury one does, so I go in with a little bit more of a lighter hand. Love how this just looks on the skin. It blends effortlessly. It's extremely smooth, like one of the best purchases that I made of all of last year. Blush, Char Girl pops up once again. Charlotte Tilbury did it for me this year. Let me just say that. First blush that I really enjoyed from her from last year, that at least I purchased, is her Pillow Talk blush. I didn't think this blush would show up on me, but it actually shows up pretty good. Pools slightly cooler, so I will typically wear this blush if I have more of a cool toned look. And then the Walk of No Shame blush, this is the one that I'm wearing today. So, to me, the Walk of No Shame blush is the comparison of Pillow Talk for deeper skin tones. Yes, I mean, they're not identical, and I know there's like a Pillow Talk medium or Pillow Talk deep shade for blush, but this Walk of No Shame, I don't know, I just feel like the Walk of No Shame collection, it just in general was just made with deeper complexions in mind, and this blush just does it for me every time. I love, love, love it. Patrick Ta came out with these cream blushes. I have 3 of the 4, and I love them. So I have this shade in Do We Know Her. I love how you can use the powders first and then top the powders with the cream blush, and you just get this beautiful pigmented flush to the cheeks. You know, you could go light, or you could, you know, pack on the color, and either way, the blush does not ever look overdone. It doesn't ever look, you know, too powdery or like patchy on the skin. It's just beautiful on the skin. I have also Oh She's Different, this nice beautiful berry one. And then my favorite, which I actually thought it would be the one I would like wear the least and I have worn it the most, is She's So LA. It looks so dull to me in the pan. Like, what? This almost looks like a bronzer, but it is the perfect like neutral blush. Like when I don't know what blush to wear, this one is always like, oh, I know this will work every time, and it does every time. It's beautiful. Then Surratt. I tried Surratt this year, and I was like, where have you been my whole entire life? And I would say probably my most favorite product from the brand would be their blushes. These blushes are they have the most unique formula of blush that I have ever tried. They are powders, but they almost feel like creams. They're a powder. I cannot describe it. You just have to try it. This is the shade Ponceau, which I purchased, and then these two I was gifted from the brand. This is Brilliante and then Penelope. I'm telling you, they are worth the price. Fenty came out with the cream blushes, and I have 8 of the 10, and Strawberry Drip was the one that I used the most. Just it's such a beautiful pink flush to the cheeks. I like that these cream blushes are not overly emollient. I like that I can apply them over powder. Like if I set my face, I can still go in with these blushes and apply them. I can use my fingers, I can use my brush. Like, I really enjoyed these blushes, especially in the spring and summertime. Last but not least is this cream blush balm from Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Lip and Cheek Glow. And this product, along with her Light Wand and Pillow Talk Medium, match made in heaven. This glow combination, Every time I put these two on, I'm like, I was not ready for myself. Like, I was not ready for myself. I love these two. I don't know if this is still sold, but I know the Pillow Talk Medium Light Wand is still sold, and it is beautiful on deeper complexions. Is highlighter from Chantecaille. This is the Eclat Brilliant Highlighter, and I feel like this highlighter was truly made with deeper complexions in mind. It's not too gold to where if you are lighter skin tone, you won't be able to use it, but it is deep enough for complexions like mine, even deeper. It's like the perfect gold highlighter that works for such a span of complexions. It blends on the skin smoothly. Like, it is just phenomenal on the skin as a highlighter. And then the last highlighter I want to talk about is Natasha Denona's I Need a Nude Glow highlighter. This highlighter was such a pleasant surprise because looking at it in the pan, I was like, oh, this is going to be like too light. It's going to look icy on my complexion, and it does not. It is such a beautiful champagne type of color. I've seen this highlighter on deeper complexions than mine, lighter complexions, and it's like, it just works so well across the complexion shade range, and it's beautiful, formulated so beautifully. I mean, one of the brand's best products in my opinion. So like I said, I've already done a review talking about my best eyeshadows of 2020. So eyeliners, hands down, Wanga's eye kohls. Yes, I was sent all of these eye kohls from the brand, but if you watch any of my videos, and especially when it comes to like my eyeshadow tutorials, or if you check out the D box to see what I've been using, never fails. You will 9.9 times out of 10 see a Wanga's eye kohl in there. I love these eye kohls, and when I try to reach for other eye kohls, it's just like, oh, it's okay. It's just the formula, perfect formula, meaning that it's a kohl, so you can use it on your eyes. It blends out really well. I've done a few eye looks where I've used the eye kohl as a base and like put it on my eyes sloppily, blends out very smoothly. You can use it on your waterline and your tight line. Stays in place, add some pigment. Like today, I used the shade Deep Amethyst, which is a purple color, and I feel like you can actually see the eye kohl versus like sometimes I'll put an eye kohl on, and by the time I get through my makeup and I go to even film, like it's kind of worn away or it's kind of dulled down. The pigmentation is there. They glide on smoothly. They never have irritated my eyes, and I just can't say enough good things about these eye kohls. Mascaras. I thoroughly enjoyed 3 mascaras like consistently throughout the year. So starting off with not a new mascara at all, but I don't know, I just kind of like fell for it this year. Lancome Monster Big Mascara. This is the waterproof version. Just when I don't want to wear any type of lashes and I want to still though have like a lot of volume, have a lot of length. First, I have to go in with a primer. Can't believe I almost forgot to talk about primers. So my go-to lash primers are either the L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Primer or the Lancome. This is the Cis Booster XL Primer. Both of these work really well. I would recommend either one. So it just depends on how much you want to spend on your primer. But both of them work really well to prime my lashes and also make them nice and long and add volume already. And so then I'll go in with this one if I really want more of a dramatic lash, but I don't want to put on lashes. When I am wearing false lashes, I love going in with this Gucci mascara because it really does help to lengthen my lashes and helps them to blend well into my false lashes. This mascara on its own is nice for length, but it doesn't give me as much volume as I like. So if I'm not wearing false lashes, I typically won't reach for this one first, but I really do enjoy it with my false lashes. And then the Pat McGrath Dark Star Mascara. When I first got this one, I was like, I like it. Didn't really reach for it, but then it was like, I just started reaching for it and then kept reaching for it. And I was like, okay, I guess I really do love this one. And this one I think is a really good medium type of lash look between these two. So like my Lancome one is gonna give me just the most volume, the most length. Gucci is going to give me a lot of length, not as much volume. And then Pat McGrath Dark Star is like right there in the middle. It gives me good length, good volume. I can wear this one with false lashes, but I also feel comfortable wearing it without false lashes. And I feel like my lashes are still there, still very prevalent. So I really have enjoyed these three, and they're the ones that like stay in my vanity, and they're the ones that I reach for like over and over again, especially as of late. Setting sprays. Tried some great and awesome setting sprays this year, but there was just two that stood out, took the cake. Can you guess what the first one's gonna be? Lila Bia Glow Face Mist. I mean, is this ever a shock? Is this ever a shock? This is the face mist that I used today. Yes, I have on glowy products, but I always top off my face when I want just that extra glow. Does not make my skin look oily toward the end of the day, but the glow and the radiance that some of you all have talked to me about. Yes, I'm pregnant. Yeah, I might have a mama glow, but I had a glow too before baby girl got in here. And it came from Lila Bia Glow Face Mist. I just love everything it does for my skin. I just do. I can't rave enough about it. The other one is going to be from Chargirl, Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. This is the setting spray that I go for when I don't want an overly dewy look, but I want to set and lock it. Like, this face needs to stay in place all day, 24 hours, not literally, but like, no joke. When I need for my face to look flawless all day long plus, Charlotte Tilbury is the way to go. It doesn't make your face look mattified, doesn't take away any glow that you might have put on your face, whether it's highlighter, cream products, or things like that, but just locked everything in place and looks flawless, like legit flawless. I did a comparison of this setting spray to the Hourglass Veil setting spray. And at the end of the day, the side with this setting spray definitely looked more flawless than the side with the Hourglass spray. Wrapping up with lips. So with lips, I feel like there was a ton of lip products that I tried this year that I liked, that I thought were beautiful. And with lips, it just depends on my mood. A lot of times I'm a gloss girl. So some of my favorite glosses that I keep in my purse are gonna be my Fenty Beauty Gloss Bomb. Also the Lila B lip oils. I talked about them so little on my channel, but when I say this one stays in my purse, and I think it is the most beautiful lip oil, it is. So this shade that I have is Be Elegant. It's a really nice, pretty, like pinky nude that looks really nice on the lips. I don't have to worry about lining it first. And this one stays in my purse, and I feel like I don't talk about it as much because it stays in my purse. So when I go to talk about favorites, I tend to forget about it, if that makes sense, because it's in my purse. And then I'm like, oh shoot, I didn't talk about this. But the Lila B lip oils were and have been some of my favorite lip products out of the year. So then I have the Wayne Goss lipsticks. These lipsticks are so beautiful. I have, I don't know, maybe 7 of them, but my go-to ones are going to be Amaryllis. This one, oh, I cannot get enough of this shade. Such a pretty pinky nude. Yes, I am a pinky nude lover. And then this shade is Dahlia. Dahlia was another one of my favorite ones. You can kind of tell by how much it's been loved, but I think the formula of these lipsticks are just nice and creamy. They feel great on the lips. They feel really hydrating on the lips. And I just love, like, I know not everybody loved the launch of those lipsticks because there were so many pinky nudes, but as a pinky nude lover, it just blessed my heart. It really did. Then Charlotte Tilbury, like I told y'all, Charlotte Tilbury did it for me this year. There were so many products that I love from her that she released this year, and I really fell in love with her lipsticks as well. The most recent one that I purchased that I cannot get enough of is this one, JK Magic. First of all, I love the creamy formula of her kissing lipsticks, but even her matte formula is not so matte and drying on the lips. It's still nice and beautiful and comfortable. Then we have Walk of No Shame, which, I mean, it's just as beautiful as the blush. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. So on my lips, I'm wearing Yes Honey, and it is typically, it's not a pinky nude, y'all. It's an actual nude. Like, it's more of like, I would say more of like your traditional nude type of lip color, but it looks beautiful. Bitch Perfect, just gorgeous. So it's that shade right here. So Charlotte Tilbury, like, her lipsticks really, I don't know, it's not like they're anything new, but I just started to try more of them this year, and I was like, sold. Now I want all of them. Then we have, oh, y'all, are y'all tired of hearing about rose quartz from Chantecaille? This sparkly, beautiful goodness is so pretty. I was gifted this product, but like, I cannot stop talking about how gorgeous she is. I love that when it's on the lips, you don't feel the grittiness of the glitter. And I also love that even though it is more of like, you know, special event type of lipstick, because it does give you, you know, that glittery shimmer on the lips, I can legit wear it every day. And I have worn this one, like, I'm going to Target, let me throw this on. And it still looks beautiful and not like I'm overdoing it, if that makes sense. But like, could not get enough, and still can't. Gucci. So this was my first year trying the Gucci lipstick formula, and I was like, okay, I get it now. I get it now. So my first one was Agatha Orange. I kept seeing everybody over the spring and summer wearing this one, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna need that. I love a beautiful orange lipstick, especially for the summertime. And this is so beautiful. What I love about the Gucci lipsticks is the velvety formula that it does have, and I also love the smell. And then more recently, I picked up the shade The Painted Veil. This is a beautiful nude, pinky nude. And it's right here. So I love the formula of these Gucci lipsticks. Definitely want to get more. And then I also like the pigmentation of them as well. They're really nice and pigmented, but they glide very easily on the lips. And for them to be more matte, they don't make my lips look dry, and they also don't accentuate any dryness on my lips. So these are all of the rest of my favorites from 2020. Like I said, I'm sorry this video is coming to you kind of late, but I wanted to wrap it up and give you all just some context as to the products that I continuously kept reaching for last year. But I hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know what some of your favorite products were from the categories we talked about today. And guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in my very next video. Bye guys.